Hello everyone. So I'm going to take you through part 2 of our foam roller exercises that I like to do for the upper back or thoracic spine. So just a quick reminder, that's this upper part of the back. So we're going to focus on, ideally if you have a long roller, we can use that. If we have a shorter roller, we're going to be lying on it vertically, so it's going to be along the spine and supporting the head. So if you only have a shorter roller, you might want a few cushions and things to prop your hips up, just so that you're not uncomfortable on that roller holding your legs up there. So we're just going to focus on pretty much in between those shoulder blades where all of those rib articulations attached to the spine between here, because this upper part of the rib cage and spine has so much going on in terms of the shoulder girdle attachments, lots and lots of muscular attachments, extra little joints through there. It makes that upper part of the spine sometimes stiffen up quite a lot, and there's a lot of little parts connecting, whether it be soft tissue or joint articulations, that can go a little bit out of balance, become a little bit stiff or tight. So these are just some extra things that you can help mobilize, help open up through the chest. And yeah, let's get started. All right, so if you have your long roller, you'll start off by sitting at the very end of the roller and lying your spine down. So you want your tailbone right at the bottom, and then when you lie back, your head should be at the top of the roller. Now, if you're a little bit longer, you might want to get a block or some yoga blocks or some cushions to prop the hips up. And some of you will have a roller that's only about this length, so that's where you'll need something under your bottom there. Otherwise, you can hold the hips up, but it's a little bit more intense when you're holding the body weight up and all of that weight is coming between the shoulder blades there. Now from here, if this is feeling a little bit too intense, uncomfortable, anything like that, if you're not used to rolling, I'd suggest getting just a bath towel, folding it over and popping it over the top of your roller. It gives you a little bit more grip, but also it's just going to provide that little bit of cushioning for all those bony bits along your spine. All right, from here, we're going to lift the arms directly above your shoulders. Now we're going to start off with just arms going above the head and reaching up and over. Going above the head, inhale, exhale, reach up and over. Now, if you're feeling any tightness through the shoulder, particularly on that reach up ahead, or any apprehension, just restrict your movement a little bit. This is going to stretch around those shoulder muscles, but you're going to feel that movement underneath your spine between those shoulder blades. And if there's any little niggles through there, you'll feel these a little bit here. So I just like doing about 10 reps exercise unless I feel like I'm still a little bit stuck and I need a bit more work to do. So this is a lovely gentle work that you can do. I like doing it at the end of the day. If I've been sitting long periods, driving long periods, if I've had my arms in front of me, chest pulling forwards. So I just really feel like it helps to decompress my spine and then open up all of those muscles that I may have been hanging on to in that little awkward posture rounding forward. Let's go 2 more there. And last one. Hands directly above your shoulders. Now from here, we're going to go alternating arms. One arm up, one arm down. Now again, just have a feel. If something's feeling apprehensive, if you don't want to reach down, I'm quite bendy through my shoulders, so some of you might have to stop here with the reach overhead, and that's totally fine. Just go within your range. It's not a competition. Just feel how that releases. So I'm actually hypermobile through my shoulders, so this range really isn't something you want to necessarily be aiming for, because where I have the flexibility, then I lack stability. So I'm more likely to actually sublux or dislocate my shoulder if I do anything silly, because I lack that stability around there. So I really have to work on more strength And some of you will find your strength is fine, but you're a little bit stiff. So you need to work on that flexibility and mobility to allow the shoulder to reach its full biomechanical potential. Alrighty, let's meet in the middle again. This time we are going to go out wide and back in. Now you'll feel that lovely stretch across the pecs here. Out wide and up. Out wide and up. Out and in. Lovely work. So I like to inhale to open and just feel how that's really getting into where those ribs attach to the spine. They're really getting into any little trigger points. Now again, if you're feeling uncomfortable at all, just decrease your range and work from there. You'll still get that movement underneath that roller between your shoulder blades. All right, let's go for 4. 3, 2, and last one, lifting up there. Lovely work. All right, from here, I'm just going to get you to bend the elbows and then open the hands up to the ceiling again. And this time we're just reaching up and coming down. Now, any of you that were feeling okay through the shoulder, not unstable through those movements before, we can go into a nice big snow angel. Taking rest wherever you need. This can be a little bit of work through the arm because you are supporting the weight of the arms here. So it's amazing all of those little muscles we can end up working whilst we're just trying to do this gentle release work as well. You realize how heavy those arms can get. Let's go 4 more. 3. 2. And last one. All right, just resting those hands down on the ground for a moment. So just let those arms have a little relax before we move on to our next movement. We've got one more to go here. So this is a nice, quick little workout through these arms. It should feel quite nice. Even just some little shoulder rolls here. Quite nice. We'll give those arms a rest. This is actually a new one. I've never done this before. See, the beauty of playing around with your movement is you can find little ways to stretch and mobilize that you just didn't really realize that you could do. And now we're going to lift our hands directly above shoulders again. From here, I want you to feel like you're reaching your fingertips up to the ceiling. So your shoulder is going to feel like it's elevating out of its socket. So straight elbows reaching straight up. Keeping those elbows straight, we're going to sink the shoulder back into its socket and wrap the shoulder blades around. Reaching up and wrapping around. Reaching up and lowering. And you should really feel all those little tiny trigger points. It's never quite the same as going to see your person, your physio, osteo, chiro, myo, massage therapist, but you can do a lot of self-management work with the tools that you have at home. So your rollers and your spiky balls. So we want to utilize them. Alrighty, from there, I'm just going to open out there and I'm holding here. So just allowing that little opening out through the chest. So remember I was saying we have our arms in front of us all day, every day. Pretty much most of our jobs, everything we do is in front of us because that's where we're looking. So our bodies tend to naturally lean towards where we're looking. So we're just going to hold here for another 30 seconds. You can have a little foam roller nap if you like. 10 more seconds here. Now from here, what I tend to get people to do is just pop both hands on the ground, have a little shimmy to one side, let that roller slide out to the other side, and then just have a little lie on the back with your palms facing the ceiling, and you'll feel under your spine, it feels like you've got a bit of a phantom roller under the spine still. So we'll just allow our back and pelvis to sink back into the mat. I always love that feeling, like it's still under there. Couple big breaths in and out here. Let's go for 3. Big breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. One more there. Big breath in. Big breath out. Alrighty. Bringing one hand under the head, having that little roll over, and pushing yourself up back to a seated position. All right, I hope that was helpful for everyone. Feel free to share with anyone you might think would find it useful. I find pretty much all of my patients need some kind of release through that upper back. So I hope you found that helpful, and I will see you on the mat again very soon.